Hello, warm-up time, why not? What else is there to do? So we'll start with skin tapping, waking up, paying attention to the outside of the body. However you want to do it, you can start at the bottom of the body and work up. Don't forget your face, your head, and bringing your attention into the skin, all the way down into your legs and over the bottom of your feet, if you're that limber. And once you've woken up your skin a little bit, stand there for a moment and pay attention to the skin that wraps your body, and then to the muscles and flesh underneath the skin. I somehow always like to start with my fingers. You can start wherever you want, but just a quick loosening of the flesh and muscles off the bones, all the way up through into your face, particularly those face muscles, and through to your head, back of the neck. Give that a quick massage, tops of the shoulders, quick massage. You don't have to spend a lot of time on it. To really get some circulation going. Down into the legs again, wake up the flesh and the muscles underneath the skin, over the bones, and then stand and appreciate that. The skin, the flesh, and the muscles. Now into the bones. And you're going to shake a foot out and think about your foot bones, and then into your ankle bones, your knee bones, and your thigh bones, and you throw that leg away. And the other one on the other leg. You can't see my leg, but you can probably tell that I'm shaking my leg, and then I throw it away. And then you're going to wag your tail, so you shake your pelvis loose off the bottom of your spine. And undulate your spine. Undulate your spine, move your rib cage around, bounce your shoulder blades up and down, roll your shoulder blades, and then shake your hands loose, hand bones loose, wrists loose, forearms loose, elbows loose, arms loose, and throw your arms away, and then come into your neck bones, drop them forward, roll them round. However you can do that, just rolling round, picturing your neck bones and the skull, easing off the very atlas bone, the very top bone, and then bring your skull up into balance on top of the spine, and then you'll have a lovely yawn, a big stretch, over to the side and yawn. Remember to yawn sideways and upwards so that your soft palate gets awake, right? And then up into your hands, drop your hands, drop your forearms, drop your head, and drop all the way down your spine, vertebra by vertebra, until you're hanging head downwards, as if your tailbone is the highest bit of your body, and the whole of your body is just dangling from your tailbone. And as you do that, relaxing the belly muscles, buttock muscles, think into your spine, picture your skeleton, and you're going to build up vertebra by vertebra by vertebra by vertebra, through the lumbar spine, through the thoracic spine, and then into the neck spine, and your head comes up. And once you're up there, balanced on your skeleton, letting the belly muscles go, you don't need them to support you. Turn your attention inwards, downwards for a moment. Close your eyes. I'm going to cough, old cough, and let your attention go down into the center of your diaphragm. Picture that soft, silky dome of the diaphragm. As the breath drops in, the center drops a little bit. As the breath releases out, it goes up a little bit, and then feed in the impulse for a deep, central, genuinely felt, pleasurable sigh of relief. The relief goes in, diaphragm drops, and then it whooshes out. And the relief comes on the sensory level, the feeling level, as well as on the physical level. Several more sighs of relief. You can choose to feed in that impulse. And then keep your eyes closed, picturing the inner landscape of your body and picturing the very center of the dome of the diaphragm. And let the awareness of your natural, everyday rhythm of breathing make itself known to you. Yes, we breathe all the time, but it's the awareness of breathing that makes the difference. It's something in the mind begins to cooperate with the breath and release. And it is a relief to know that air enters and leaves you. You don't have to think about it normally, but sometimes to think about it or to feel it deep in your body is a relief, and we all need that. So now, let that outgoing breath turn to a little bubble of vibration, and you feel that in the middle of your body. Little double bubble. You see it and you feel it. All right, now I'm going to go and I'm going to let the piano guide this dialogue. Now you know how it goes. This is the impulse that goes in. And then you're going to do it, so the impulse goes in and your sound. And the breath drops in. And the breath drops in. And then you just feel those vibrations. And on the next one, you're going to let it come onto your lips. So it's a deeper sigh. You enjoy the feeling of vibrations on your lips. Feed the deep sigh. And then the sigh impulse goes down. And the diaphragm drops to receive the impulse. And it whooshes up and drops to receive the impulse onto your lips. Feel the vibration. And speak it with the same awareness. And then you loosen it up a little bit. All of this in dialogue with me. Try not to speak at the same time as I'm speaking, because, I might say something different. For instance. And then you're going to sigh the hum onto your lips and roll your neck round, freeing up the vibrations through your whole bony skull. Off you go. The big sigh. Roll your neck round. Lips stay together. Tongue doesn't come up behind your lips. Big sigh. All right, now let's see that sigh, that hum going all the way through your body as you drop down on the hum, down through your spine, picturing the vibrations reverberating through all the bones of your skeleton. Feed in the sigh of relief. Drop your head, down your spine. Yeah, relax at the bottom for a moment. And then you're going to feed in the sigh impulse. You're going to come up through your spine. When your head comes up, your lips open, and you bounce your knees. Up, 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 up. Open, bounce your knees. Yes, so you do reconnect the vibrations to the lower part of your body as they come out of the upper part of your body. And another one, sigh, hum onto your lips. Drop your head. And hang there at the bottom for a moment. Just relaxing, dropping down. And then the impulse, the thought, the desire to sigh, hum onto your lips and come up your spine. This time when you reach the top, you bounce your shoulder blades to bounce it out of your body a little bit more. Coming up, open, bounce. There you go. And then we'll do one more, and this time you drop down, you come up immediately, open, and just let your whole body go loose. A little jump from your feet. Down and up on a hum. And that's it. Now just shake it into your body. Ha, ha, ha. How does that feel? How do you feel? Have you got that connection inside? I'm just going to feed in 3 images from a haiku, and you can repeat them after me. Don't try and say it at the same time. My hut. In spring, true. There is nothing in it. There is everything. And I hope your day goes well. Goodbye. We'll do some more sooner or later. I'm Kristen Linklater. This is the Linklater vowel tree as I developed it in the 1970s in order to help bring the experience of language out of the head and into the body. Zoo, wo, shaw, ga, ma, fa, ha, ba, da, pe, ke, ri, ke, pe, da, ba, ha, fa, ma, ga, shaw, wo, zoo.
You're now going to see some actors warming up their voices. We always begin vocal warm-up with breathing exercises to organise the breathing muscles and to extend the capacity of the breath, as well as getting a sense of the breath very deep inside the body. Okay, shall we stretch out? Grab your arm, pull your back, any way you like. So we're opening up the ribs, pulling out of the shoulders and the pelvis, and just getting a sense of freedom in the shoulders. Okay.
Both wrists.
Yes. Yep. Great. And when you're done, let's stand up, and nice soft knees and ankles, and just flop over from the waist to relax the neck and shoulders. Have a little bounce there if you like. And then hang still and focus the breath into your belly and back. And just feel the back of the rib cage opening out as it stretches there against the breath. And then quite slowly rolling up again. Don't come too soon or you'll get a blood rush to the head. But as you come up, see if you can keep that sense of connection with the belly and the back. Breathing as you go. And bring the feet in under the hips and connect to the breath. And to get the breath even deeper, let's go down into the squat, shall we? Doesn't matter if your heels are on or off the ground. Lovely. Nice round back. And now you're breathing very deeply. Not letting the shoulders come up. Right into the bottom of your body.
Breathing into the buttocks, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Right down into the bum. Yeah, absolutely. And you get what I call a little barrel of breathing, don't you, around the belly and the back. I don't know if you can feel that. It's quite powerful. Yeah, that's it. And stable. So when you come up again in a minute, don't come too fast because you're squashing the big blood vessels in your thigh and you'll get a blood rush. But as you come up, see if you can keep that connection to that very deep breath. So drop your heels and raise your bum, hang over from the waist, relax the neck, that'll come up last with the head, and up you come. Keeping the tummy soft, and bring your feet back in under your hips. Actually, that's the million-dollar question in breathing, isn't it? Do you hold your tummy tight? Let it go. If you don't let the tummy go, your diaphragm can't move up and down properly. Relax your tummy. Lovely. Okay, let's do our first breathing exercises. We're going to do 3 long breath releases on an S to really feel the organisation of the breathing muscles. Off you go. Slow as you like. Lovely. Ribs go down and then the belly comes in at the end. And then you release and breathe again. Lovely and steady. We do this at least 3 times. Great. And there, 3rd time. Okay, and to start feeling the voice with the breath, it's really great to lie down on the floor because your tummy's definitely relaxed then. So shall we do that? Lying on your back, feet flat, knees raised. That's it. Find a nice comfortable position. Shoulders relaxed. Have a sense of your upper back spreading over the floor and the back of your neck releasing towards the floor. Great. Don't try and do anything fancy with your breath just now. Just let it respond to your body position. And in order to really contact that low breath, we have to make sure we're not holding the jaw tight. So should we take the fingertips into the jaw muscle in front of the ear? Give it a little massage. And then you can take that massage anywhere you like, around the face, under the chin, around the back of the neck. Feel what you need to do at this moment. Do you sort of know where you hold your tension in your faces, you guys? Yeah, yours is your forehead.
It's in the jaw.
In your jaw.
Quite often that's the worst.
Yes, I think a lot of us hold the jaw. And the shoulders too. And of course, lying on the floor, you can relax your shoulders, which is really, really helpful. Okay, when you've done enough of that, rest your arms. And we're going to repeat the breathing exercise, but this time we're going to do it on a Z, a Z, so the voice is buzzing. And again, we do at least 3 of those. Off you go. So now we get the sense that the voice itself is coming up through the body, through the throat, over the back of the tongue, onto the tip of the tongue. And it doesn't really matter if it's not very loud, does it, at the moment? It's just organising the breathing and releasing to breathe in. Lovely. Swing those ribs as the tummy releases.
It can be any pitch.
Any pitch you like, yes. Yes, if you like to try it out a bit higher, a bit lower, that's up to you. Okay, great. So we're going to bring that up to standing. So have a stretch first, and then roll over onto your hands and knees so you don't come up head first, and then gradually coming up to standing. But as we come up, we do try to bring that low connection with the breath with us. So when you're up, you're going to face the auditorium again. Feel your weight spread evenly on your feet. How's your tummy? Still released? Lovely. Yeah. So let's try out the feeling of the support for the voice. Now just counting. Just count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How's that? Yeah? Get it? Yeah.
I did think down here.
Yeah. You can hear the difference, can't you? You can hear it. It's great. Okay. So that's our breathing exercises. We next move on to resonance to feel the buzz of the voice. Well, the next section of our warm-up is to work on the resonance of the voice. And to do that, we use humming to get a sense of buzz right through the body. We want the sense that the actor is speaking from their whole body. Okay, shall we do a bit of humming then? Why don't we start in the chest? Okay, humming into your chest. See if you can imagine it going in there. Yeah, banging, massage. It loosens it up, doesn't it? That's great. Yeah. Change note when you like. But keep that breath low. Now we're thinking high in the body. It's easy to start breathing high, isn't it? Keep it nice and low. Yes, we want the low ribs as well, don't we? The front, the sides. Yeah, loosen it up with your hands. And round the back. This is a great place to feel the voice. Bang it out. And into the top of the hips there. Bang or massage. Yeah, you can hear the change, can't you? Do you hear that? Yeah. Okay, and let go of the arms, and let's imagine it going down into the belly and the legs, and just shake it down. Yeah, let that voice really loosen up. And shake it out of your legs and your ankles. Yeah. Great. And when your feet are flat on the ground again, let's hum and shake it right through your spine. Great, lovely. You start to hear more voice, don't you? Just loosens it
out. It gets rid of a phlegm sometimes, doesn't it? That's not a problem, is it? It needs to come off.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, get it out.
Yeah.
And the more you tighten the throat, the more you will have phlegm, actually. So loosening the throat, loosening the body allows that phlegm to just fall off. Yeah, great. Let's hum into the face, shall we? using gravity is quite useful for the face, isn't it? If we drop the head down onto the chest and imagine the voice just falling into the floor, but focusing on the forehead, the nose, the mouth. Off you go. You can move the face muscles around if you like. And change note whenever you like. And then as you hum, bring the head up, so you're bringing the sound off the floor and out into the distance. Lovely, great. And then why not swoop around a bit around your face? Lovely. All right, and then the last bit is that really important, what I call the child's voice, the very high, quiet voice, which is so important, isn't it, that we don't cut ourselves off from the top of the voice, even if we don't speak up there. It needs to be open, doesn't it? So we'll do that high head hum, that yeah. And then imagine it goes out of your head and up to the ceiling. Lovely. And then from there, let's slide all the way down through the voice. Great, what a great range of the voice. Now we're going to do that, we do that 2 or 3 times, and we're going to start to think about the sound going out into the auditorium. Okay, one more. Okay, so that's the end of the resonance section, and after resonance we start to think about opening the voice up. Now the actors have made a strong connection with their breathing muscles and the resonance of their voice, we can start to open the voice up. Okay, so before we open the voice up, shall we open up the ribs a little bit more? Take a wider stance, bend your knees, and do a big stretch to the side, stretching the ribs that side. Then come back a little bit so you're not overextended, put the hand on the head to relax the upper shoulder, and swing your ribs out into your hand with your breath. Can you feel that movement? Yeah. If you drop the bottom arm, you get a bigger stretch. Yeah. And then if you drop your shoulder and elbow to round your back, you can send the breath into the back of that side of your rib cage. A couple of breaths there. And then when you've done, come up and we'll do it all the other side. Great. So big stretch. It doesn't matter if you can't bend over very far, as long as you're stretching that side of your ribs. And swing the ribs with your breath. Drop the bottom arm if you like. Because lifting the arm up on your head there stretches your ribs anyway, doesn't it? And then drop your shoulder and elbow to round the back and get the breath into that side. That's great. And then come up when you're ready. And when you do come up, bring your feet back in under your hips so you're not spread too wide. And again, just give yourself that minute to connect to those low ribs. Because it's easy when you're standing up, especially in front of an audience, to start breathing high again, isn't it? So feel those ribs swing with a nice soft tummy. Okay, we've got to stretch the throat as well, haven't we? So yawning is the best way. Have a good yawn. You can stretch your body too if you like. Great. Okay, and then back to centre. And we're going to open the voice up, first of all, with some ha slides. And because we're in the theatre, you can start to think of them going out and landing in a seat. So when you're ready, choose your breath, and off we go. And we do at least 3 of those, keeping the voice up and out. Consciously keep the throat open, don't you? I don't mean stretch it, but it so easily closes, don't you find?
Especially towards the end as the breath begins to run out.
Absolutely, yeah. And sometimes I hear people, as they slide down into the bit of the voice they use most of all, they start to push again to get a bit louder. So it's important to keep that throat release all the way down. Have one more. That was really good. Yeah, very, very good. Okay, so we've opened the voice up, feeling of the sense of the voice across the space. The next thing we have to do is articulation. We have to have very clear speech in the theatre, and it takes a lot of work with the face muscles and the muscles of the tongue. Well, the last section of the warm-up is articulation. Actors have to have enormous freedom and dexterity in the muscles of articulation in order to speak clearly in the very big theatres that we have here at the National Theatre. So we're going to do a bit of an articulation workout. Okay, so should we get the face muscles really working? Yeah, just move the lips around. That's great. Get that top lip working. And you've got to try and do that without tightening your neck. Yeah, isolate it from your neck. That's good, yeah. Very good. Let's work the tongue a bit. Just move it around in your mouth a bit. Yeah. And then putting the tip of the tongue out of your mouth, see if you can make a point with the end. And then flatten it. And then point it. And then flatten it. And then point it. And flatten it. Now make little tiny circles with the tip of the tongue. Both directions. You have to get your brain into the tip of your tongue, don't you? And then now this is going to make your lips wet. You're going to do big circles. Yeah. Both directions. So you're working the root of the tongue. Okay, put it away and swallow. Very good. Now, relax the jaw and don't forget to support these exercises with your breath. Let's do lots and lots of Ds. Get the tip of the tongue really working. Use your range. And T. That's great, because you're doing that really well, because you weren't doing it with your face muscles, but just the tip of the tongue. Now, how about rolling your R? Can you roll your R?
I can't do that.
You can't do it?
Go.
Yeah, it's genetic, I think. Some people can, some people can't. So, roll over the way. That's okay. All right, for the sides of the tongue, let's do hi-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya. 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 Can you do that without moving your chin? Hi-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya. Hi-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya. Yeah, so it's just the tongue, isn't it? Yeah. But now do it with the chin, so the jaw's working. Then how about yo-ya, yo-ya? Use your face. Yo-ya, 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 yo-ya. Very good. Okay, now for the back of the tongue, we're going to do a 2-finger drop. Put your tip of your tongue behind your bottom teeth. Take the fingers out, keep the space. Ga. Ga 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 ga. Can you keep the chin still? Ga 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 ga. This is hard, yeah. It's just getting the muscle of the tongue to work. Try it with a K. Ka 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 ka. Very, very good. And how about this tongue twister? Kiggly-coo, kiggly-coo, kiggly-kiggly, kiggly-coo.
Kiggly-coo, kiggly-coo, kiggly-kiggly, kiggly-coo.
And again.
Kiggly-coo, kiggly-coo, kiggly-kiggly, kiggly-coo.
It's really good to do that as fast as you can. Off you go.
Kiggly-coo, kiggly-coo, kiggly-kiggly, kiggly-coo. Kiggly-coo, kiggly-coo, kiggly-kiggly.
Oh, very good. We have a winner. Very good. And then to finish up this section, we're going to release the voice again, but through a ka. So the ka really releases the back of the mouth. Here we go. Breathe down and ka. And then, of course, taking this into word, it's really useful to do tongue twisters, isn't it? A few more with the tip of the tongue. Let's do daily deeds diligently.
Do daily deeds diligently.
Yes, and again, very clearly. Do daily deeds diligently.
Do daily deeds diligently.
Do daily deeds diligently.
Yes.
How about
trying that one 3 times, very, very fast? Off you go.
Do daily deeds diligently. Do daily deeds diligently. Do daily deeds diligently.
Good. And a real old favourite is red lorry, yellow lorry. Off you go.
Red lorry, yellow lorry, 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 red lorry, yellow lorry.
Very good. Well, that's the end of the vocal warm-up that we do here at the National Theatre. Actors do it every night, and actually it might be a little bit different every night because you don't always feel the same when you come into the theatre. But generally it will take anywhere between 15 to 25 minutes.